I always wanted to do my own thing, but with a family back in Palestine, I have to do it efficiently, strategically, and as cheap as possible. Therefore, 100 euros, 1 week to decide if a business idea is successful or not. Let's get started. First problem, I have a lot of ideas and it's very difficult to figure out which idea is really the best. But I wanted to get a feel for each one of them. So I went online, I searched for competition, how they are doing, any differentiation I can bring, complexity of the solution, if I relate to any of these problems myself. 9 years of compressed overthinking later, I decided to start with what seemed like a good warm-up to business. Something not so complex, yet I relate to it myself and I feel like I urgently need it myself. I've been wanting to do YouTube for so long now, and I have ideas and niche ideas, but they require life size that I cannot afford at the moment. So I've been stuck at this step zero. What niche? Can I do now? What should I do now? And I really don't want to just start blindly, kind of, and spend thousands of hours, years on the wrong thing for nothing, editing and filming and working day and night. So I want to give myself a better chance. I want analytics to tell me, you might have a chance there. Numbers, something, some metrics. I want something to tell me there's a market demand there, low to medium competition, and revenue numbers, metrics, all these kind of things. It has a good potential. In summary, it's called YouTube Niche Analyzer, something like this, whatever you want to call it. And they do exist actually, but not in the capacity that I would love to use them, not in the way I want to use them. And that's where my differentiator comes in, which I'm not going to tell you about now, but stay tuned, subscribe, and you will learn about it later. But before I start writing a line of code and start developing the whole thing, buying a domain and blah, 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 I want to make sure that people actually relate to this problem and it's not just me, right? Because we always have that bias. So I went online, I went on Reddit, and I wanted to start with a very general question to see if people are going to pick up on it very quickly and they're going to say it on their own or not. I wanted to validate the assumption. That's kind of the lean startup way of executing on business, and I really, really like it because it saves you, I don't know, years of time of doing the wrong thing. So I went to Reddit and I asked, so my first question on Reddit was, what was the hardest problem you faced when you started your channel? Something like this. And the answers were underwhelming, concerning, because no one, not a single person mentioned anything about niches. And I was like, ooh, that's a bit a hard one to take. So I wanted to hone down myself on the problem and see maybe that will bring it up. So I went online again on Reddit and I asked, my second question was, in summary, how did you decide on your niche? When you started, did it take a lot of effort? How did you land on it? Something around this area. And the answers were either just follow your passions, right? Or do what you love, or if you don't know already, don't start, and things like this. Not a single person, I think, mentioned anything about analytics or anything like this, or mixing personal fit and analytics, or a tool or script, which leads to my third attempt. And by the way, this was on the span of multiple days because it takes time to reflect on things and to understand what I am seeing here and get out of my own bias. So my third question was, how can I approach YouTube strategically, and how can I pick a niche strategically, basically? Almost straight to the point, which resulted basically in kind of the same answers, and with occasional one or two people who said something about just searching YouTube, like use the search box for keywords and see what people search for and just pick something around that area. Yeah, not the best news. Feedback time. What did we learn? Well, we learned that the audience doesn't really relate, and maybe I'm alone on this, obviously, but we also learned that people are actually either don't know about this problem, like didn't face it at all, they faced it but didn't notice it, they just forgot it, it's not really a big of a deal, Or the ones who really wanted to do it in the way I want to do it, they just did it themselves by just using YouTube search or something around that area. And yeah, I mean, other learnings can be something like I learned that Reddit, I'm not an avid Reddit user, but Reddit can be a bit harsh. Harsh to get into because you need an account with experience, and the filters of Reddit close them like really, really easily. And people can be quite blunt and I don't know, maybe a bit sensitive. Sorry. One more thing. I figured out maybe the audience is my audience for this, tool, hypothetical tool, is not really on Reddit. So I went on Facebook. I was like, I want to find other communities, I want to find other people. And it was not really that viable because the groups for YouTubers on Facebook are just like sub for sub kind of thing, which I never knew about. And I really don't agree with, to be honest. I don't think it's any useful. But yeah, I tried. I had another idea. It's like, what if I just do a landing page and then I drive paid Google search ads into it? But that's really tricky because sometimes it just your copy of the page is not really great or something, like there's a lot of elements into it that play into the result. So yeah, I was honestly hoping just to have some interviews with people who could relate from Reddit or something, and then take it from there and see like how to make this copy the best way possible. But seems like it's not really going. It didn't really go the way I wanted it to go. Yet I still wanted to make this tool, or at least like locally on my laptop or something, because I still needed it, right? Like I still don't know my niche. I don't know what to do here. Um, and I wanted to solve this problem, just like I said, like I want to be a bit strategic about it. And I also was curious to explore what's behind that wall, what's behind that tool, how good of a result can I get. So I wrote a script very quickly. Um, yeah, I used some AIs and stuff from here and there to script it down, and then I discovered that, well, there are two areas here to talk about. First, the results are quite shaky. I'm gonna post some screenshots here probably, but the results are quite shaky. They are not as amazing as I thought. Like it just kind of puts things together and doesn't give you a very smart decision, something that you can commit to for a really long time, or something that makes sense actually for people. I don't know what exactly went wrong. That's one for now. And two, APIs. I needed to use, like YouTube Data API, etc. API, Google Ads, keywords APIs, things like this, so you can get these metrics that you need and then analyze it and see what's missing, where there's like an outlier or a niche or no, a new opportunity. But yeah, these APIs are either super expensive and super limited, by the way, like they give you very low number of requests, on the free or the entry tier. And secondly, some APIs are not paid, but they require you to have any worthwhile quota. They require you to send a proper application, a proper form with all the information about your company, yourself, your application, code, diagram, how you're going to use it, plan, future, vision, etc., to Google, and then they have to take the time to review all of that before they give you any extra quota on your account to use these APIs. So yeah, it wasn't. It's not as straightforward as, I mean, well, business is never really straightforward, but there are some challenges there that I haven't fully foreseen. And now what, right? The way forward, what to do now? It's a big question, and it's been a difficult week regarding that. What to do next, right? There's no clear guideline in this track of life, so I can either pivot into something completely different. I can reiterate on the tool and see if there are solutions to all these problems. Make it better regarding the results, cheaper regarding the APIs, find alternative, etc., which is normally what I would do. Or try to find first my audience somewhere else, somehow else, or maybe just do the landing page and push it and see what comes back from it. Multiple things. I was also thinking maybe I can just build the tool as a free tool to people, as an entry to something bigger, a bigger vision, a bigger platform that does multiple things for the same audience, kind of. But yeah, at this rate of our expenses, I don't think that's going to be super viable. But yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully the next video is gonna solve this mystery and complete this story. I really hope so. I really can't wait to find something that's working for me and just commit to it and make it better and feel like I'm connecting with people. I'm solving a problem for real people and they're happy about it and the solution is great, and I'm just focusing on other kinds of problem, like, I don't know, scaling things and iterations on the solution rather than focusing on only finding a worthwhile problem to solve. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment. I really would appreciate you doing all of that alongside this journey. It's taking an insane amount of hours and effort to pull all of this together, YouTube and business and work and life and everything else. So yeah, thank you so much. Buenas nachos. Ciao, ciao.